Hey guys, CJX Proxy here. I hope you're all having a great day today. Um, Today I want to talk about what are some of my biggest sins that I still have a hard time overcoming. Now, ever since I was baptized as a Orthodox Christian, I will say um, I have grown to have a better control over a lot of my personal problems and battles with sin. But it's just like everyone else. We all have times where we fall and we have to pick ourselves back up. Easily the biggest one I have trouble with is gluttony. Now, if you can't tell, I'm hiding my double chin right now because I'm self-conscious about it. Now, it's not nearly as bad as it used to be. At one point I had triple chin. But and for someone like me who's on the skinnier side, I don't have a good jawline at all. I have Goebbels jawline pretty much, which is non-existent, and I just have a lot of fat on my face, which is, I would say, sadly kind of natural for me. But I've always been self-conscious about body weight and trying to look better, trying to look good for not only myself but for my spouse, for my fiance, and for my friends and for my spiritual father, to let them know that, hey, I'm actually healthy and try to take care of myself. But that's just one of the things I always have problems with is gluttony. And also another problem is not necessarily laziness but procrastinating. Now, ever since I've been outside of school, it's definitely gotten better. But I remember from middle school all the way up to sophomore year, I would procrastinate a lot, especially if it was on homework that I didn't really know. Like if it was hard, especially anything math related. I always struggled with math, just like any other American. Um, and also, like, if it was like a foreign language like Spanish or German, I would always struggle. So now I can speak Spanish okay. I'm definitely not nearly as fluent as I would like to be, but I'm getting there. And hopefully I would like to learn, German, Russian, Latin, Korean Greek, and Arabic, Mandarin, languages like that, because I've always had the desire to become some kind of a polyglot, just for academic purposes and also for traveling purposes. Because I would like to go places like, Taiwan, Lebanon, um, uh, Denmark, Poland, Russia, places like that. And that also brings me into one of my other biggest sins is being kind of cold-hearted. Now, growing up, I've always had a problem with understanding people's emotions and being able to put myself in other people's shoes, and that's always been a struggle. Trying to find sympathy for people, because a lot of times most people they do create their own problems, or they exaggerate their problems. Especially a lot of incels on YouTube. You know, it's like you have to pull yourself up and fix yourself up. You know, fix yourself. You know, eat a better diet, find a job, get a car, make money. You know, baby steps. You know, and a lot of incels just act like the world is the problem and not them. Now, while the world is sinful and all that, you know, you gotta make life better for yourself. But I'm getting off track. I'll talk about that in another video, probably tomorrow, because I've been wanting to talk about incels and black pill, how it's all bogus. But anyways, being stubborn and being cold-hearted, or maybe not necessarily cold-hearted, but not being sympathetic and just giving the cold shoulder, it's been kind of rough in that aspect, just because I've lost, you know, friendships over that, because I'm brutally honest. And there are some times where, you know, I shouldn't, maybe not necessarily be honest, but just, you know, just kind of give the pat on the back and the, hey, it's gonna be okay, you know, sort of speech. But that's just one of those other things that I've always struggled with. And it also leads into anger. Now, ever since I've been done puberty and all that, it definitely has improved, but I do get angry and irritated more than I would like to be, especially when I'm at work, because people are, quite frankly, not the brightest in the world, especially a lot of temps that I deal with, because I work at a distillery and it's all machine operated. And these guys, you know, they're lazy and just not really, and don't have any sense of work ethic. While I'm here having the fastest line of everybody else, and that makes me upset, because I'm like, you know, you gotta have some sense of pride in your work, you know, because that could get you to places, that can improve your quality of life in some way, shape, or form. And because of that, I get very angry and irritated and be like, why can't these people just be more like me, when I have to think from their perspective? For them, they don't, you know, they might have a reason for why they don't care. It could be something going on in the household, or life experiences that, or negative life experiences that has caused them to feel that they don't have to care, or that they shouldn't care, because it's all meaningless, which I would disagree, you know. Because you gotta make the best out of any situation, you know, and putting in the work effort to try to get from point A to point B. And so, because of that, I do get angry, but I need to try to understand where they're coming from. And that also leads me into being prideful, because I will say I am prideful for a lot of stuff that I really shouldn't, that I should be more humble about, if anything, especially when it comes to work. Because I am proud of the work that I put in. Because I mean, I went from making, because I don't have a problem with talking about salary. I went from making under $12 at a car wash to making $20. And that makes me very proud. You know, when I should lower it down a little bit and come back to reality. Because I mean, yes, it is a huge difference in pay, but money's not the end all be all. Yes, it is nice and it does make you happy, but it's all temporary. It's not like giving glory to God, where it's eternal. Especially because, I mean, that's what's going to happen if you go to heaven, right? You're going to be praising and giving glory to God all day, every day, for the rest of eternity. So, it's best to start practicing now. By doing little things like that, which, like, you know, maybe not necessarily caring about how much money you're making, but not making so much of a big deal out of it. And making it be this thing which you take so much pride in, it inflates your ego. Because that's what it did for me. Because it was like, oh my God, you know, I'm making so much more money than all these people that I was working with at the car wash, even more than the managers. But, you know, does that really matter? You know, because it's still, you know, I mean, yes, I could technically live independently off of a wage like that, but does it but does it make me happy forever? No. Like I stated earlier, it's all temporary. So it's just little things like that. Then also, like, if I were to live independently right now, I would, like, by the time I was done with bills and all that, I would have maybe like 50 to $100 to myself. And that's the sad reality of it. So there's no sense in having it be this huge thing that you're so proud of, that it inflates your ego and affects your sense of reality and where you really are. But I think that might be it for now. If I think of anything else, I'll let you guys know in a future video. But yeah, that's really about it. I hope you all enjoy the video. Keep drinking water, stay hydrated, and I'll see you in another video.